Hey minions, welcome to Crank It Up. I'm Jim Price, and on this episode of King of the Hill, I want to talk about Senor Muchoslam of the Luchadores, who holds the distinction of being the only 5-powered minion in this expansion. Senor Muchoslam is another hybrid king minion reminiscent of El Bandito, a strong on-play ability with a supporting talent. Senor Muchoslam can retrieve any action from the discard pile. His talent can play an action on another player's minion as an extra action, and the minion can be on any base. The on-play ability is great. Get any action back into your hand. For the Luchadores, the choice is clear: grabbing reversal. In fact, I would argue that Senor Muchoslam is all about reversal. When combined with Senor Muchoslam versus the monsters, you could play reversal up to 3 times per game, and if that swings 3 bases, that should win you the game. But whereas the monster shuffles it into the deck because it cannot be played on the minion, Senor Muchoslam gives you instant access. It's because of that instant access that you can easily do a surprise reversal play. You can play Senor Muchoslam to get back reversal from the discard pile. The talent can be used to play a setup card if needed. Alternatively, using quick setup to lead into cheap pop can add 9 power without using your regular action. If you have any other action that adds more power, you can use that to help break the base. Just remember that you do not want to be winning the base if you plan to play reversal. This is designed to use a player's sole minion to win first place and deny them any points, not just second. I mentioned on Friday how Lightning Rescue can combine with setup cards to lead to reversal. Similarly, Expert Timing can combine with setup cards in Senor Muchoslam for another surprise reversal. Talents that play extra actions are normally great. To keep the Archmage from being completely underpowered, they usually have a type restriction on them, such as directly increasing power or playing actions on bases. Senor Muchoslam can only play actions on other players' minions, and of the types of actions that these talents provide, these are by far the rarest. Many actions can only be played on one of your minions. There are other actions that can be played on any minion, but are usually good. Senor Muchoslam seems to want actions that will have negative consequences for the minion receiving the action. Regardless of the action chosen, there are benefits to playing it. Flora Loca will get a power boost, and the minion can be destroyed with Out for the Count. Senor Muchoslam can use the talent to play the action that Out for the Count expects, but the main value is going to be in the actions themselves. For the Luchadores, your options are the 3 setup cards as well as 2 copies of Pin. This is a good amount of self-synergy, especially considering that the Yellow Demon can recur your setup cards. But what about partner factions? There aren't a lot of strictly negative play on minion actions, but some standouts are Ancient Curse, the 2 Cleric Curses, basically any card with the name Curse should work, Choking Vines, Grumpiness, Poison and Assassination, My Only Weakness and Cuddle, and Feeling Lucky. But the Luchadores have reason for playing positive actions on another player's minion, particularly as it pertains to reversal. If you can build a powerful minion, when you steal it with reversal, you'll be rewarded for doing so. The talent plays nicely into the idea that reversal is a card that you can utilize on your turn. You can use the talent to give them power on your turn before they have a chance to use it for their own game. It's actually pretty easy to create a juiced up flying monkey and get 2 bases out of that. With quick setup, you can get 3 actions played onto said minion in a single turn, and the +6 power makes it easy to be in second, triggering reversal. This allows you to play from behind on one base while the Cyborg Apes build themselves up on another. Perhaps my favorite Luchadores combo, however, is the Fairies, because their actions are perfect for non-reversal plays. You can play a Daisy Chain to slow a base down, then use Tinks to transfer it and speed the base back up. It greatly accelerates what is a proven fairy play. Even transferring power setup is a good idea with Tinks, as it functions like a full moon. Note that Cheap Pop doesn't need an opponent's minion with a setup card, just a minion there. The fairies also have self-transferring actions that can be played on any minion. Play a Leaf Armor, then immediately transfer it to one of your own minions. The same can be said of Ladybug. For the play on minion actions that are positive, if you're lucky enough to get an opposing minion on a ninja base, Senor Muchoslam has plenty of reason to play those actions. Senor Muchoslam's talent may seem restrictive, largely due to a lack of natural synergies, but I think that's okay because its on-play ability is so strong. El Bandito probably has the better talent, but his on-play ability may never be used since there isn't always a target. Senor Muchoslam will definitely want to use his on-play ability, and it creates a bit of an issue because you need to have an action to recur. Senor Muchoslam has the properties of an engine-style minion, but you don't necessarily want to use him too early. One of his weaknesses is that he may sit in your hand for some time while you attempt to create the situations Senor Muchoslam would eventually like to repeat. This makes card draw and searching important for the Lucadores, so be sure to plan accordingly. For this reason, my first choice for a setup is usually Smart Setup so that I can quickly get access to my key Senor Muchoslam cards, or Senor Muchoslam himself. With the Lucadores, I find myself trying to win the first base, then playing from behind and using their abilities to steal bases appropriately. It's an unorthodox playstyle, and players may struggle with it initially, but it is a ton of fun because you are carefully paying attention to what minions are played and where they are played. As more factions come out with negative play on minion actions, Senor Muchoslam will only get stronger. What do you think of this new minion? Let me know in the comments. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let's shut it down.